So the time is now. We sorted out balance sheets. There's a level of profitability. The industry has got a small window of opportunity to fix itself, to take it forward. And what does it have to do? It needs to focus on technology. It needs to focus on innovation, both in-house, but also downstream technologies. It needs to respond proactively to consumer preferences and concerns. It needs to bring consumers on the journey. Reality is most consumers, investors out there are the populists that were spoken about earlier this morning, who don't understand the mining industry and don't understand that without a mining industry, they won't have the nice green tech that they have, which they believe will take them forward. We need to speak out the message that our minister said this morning. The industry needs to speak up about the value it creates for all its stakeholders. It needs to get the right messaging out there. And then it needs to build a culture of diversity to face a new world. It needs the skills, needs the separate buying that we have. My mining clients have got a fantastic view of what their carbon footprint is, and most of them have reduced that over the last number of years in a significant way. We're now set up, probably because Eskom drove them to save on electricity, but the understanding of the environmental impact is absolute. Rachel, what do you see of your clients, and what can they do to reduce that impact?
Well, I think it's even broader than just carbon footprint. It's actually about how circular the business actually is. And when I say the word circular, their eyes either glaze over or they say, oh, that's recycling, and what have we got to do with that anyway? The whole concept of the circular economy is actually about how do you eliminate waste? How do you reduce the use of toxic materials, and how do you reduce the use of unsustainable materials, non-renewables? And you know, the whole decarbonization piece is just one element of circular. And Sandy earlier on said, well, I don't know what the consumers want. Well, actually, the consumers are actually voting with their pocketbooks about what they actually are looking for. We just did a survey of 10,000 consumers globally, and 81% said they were actually changing their purchasing decisions based on whether the product they were buying was sustainable. Now, it's hitting in consumer products most particularly, but I was actually surprised to see that nearly 10% were making decisions on construction materials and on cars based on that. And I think there's a tremendous opportunity for the mining sector to do a reset, because as Andries said, we are fundamental to actually making this building, you know, getting to work, having sports, whatever. And we underpin the foundations of the circular economy. And